Hello and welcome to the next video of my 2026 LCP previews. We're covering Deep Cross Gaming, who are making their return to Tier 1 after not being in the LCP's first year in 2025. When the team was part of the PCS in 2023 and 2024 and eligible for Worlds as part of a Tier 1 region, they finished 5th in each split. 5th, 6th, if you will. This team were the ones that won the promotion to be able to get to the LCP, replacing Chief Esports Club at the time. This team did not make any changes, and I believe personally this is how it should be done. If a team is promoted from Tier 2 to Tier 1, they should have to keep the entirety of their roster and not sell it off in pieces or some crazy ass shit like that. I think that sucks. I also think that's why they should not allow Tier 2 teams that are academy teams of a Tier 1 team enter into a promotional opportunity like that, because it's just messy. I do not like the conflict of interest, etc. So that is a thing. Now, because this team is made up of a bunch of players that did not play in Tier 1 last year, they're ranked 8th out of 8 teams. Do I think that this PCS team is necessarily the worst team in the LCP? Probably not, but I gotta treat them like I would anybody else. Statistics wise, these are all Tier 2 players last year. So Florin in top lane at 19 years old, I mean, everybody was very dominant. Deep Cross Gaming just crushed it last season. These stats are scuffed in that way. They're exaggerated. They're higher than they probably would have been in a more competitive setting. 4-2 KDA, 46 KP, 8 CS per minute. So he was involved in less than half of his team's kills in 2025. And that's because the team was just disgustingly dominant everywhere. Everyone's ahead. This team on average is ahead. I mean, I would love to do the math on the fly. 552, 903. This team's up like 1,500 gold at 15 minutes, which is incredible. Like, incredible. So Florin, 1.65 ROI, 1.1 share differential. I mean, that says it all, right? 1.65 ROI, that's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage for a top laner, but it's still only 1.1% share differential. Vision efficiency, 268, up 160 gold, 170 XP, 2 solo kills every 3 games, 1 new champion every 4 games. Gwen, Ambassa, Aatrox, 34% of the games played. This team also diversified their champion pools quite a bit, highest being 42%. 665 in the jungle at 22 years old. 5 KDA, 69 KP, 67 CS per minute. 142 ROI, that would be the highest if it was a Tier 1 ROI last season. The highest, I believe, was 1.35 or 6 by Tarzan. Negative 2.1 share differential, 4 vision score per ward placed, up nearly 400 gold and 400 XP. 1 solo kill every 6 games, 1 new champion every 5 games. Pantheon, Sejuani, Nocturne, 35% of his champion pool. In mid lane, you have Hong Su and Zhao Zheng. So Hong Su, 22 years old, 5'9 KDA, 62 KP, 83 CS per minute. We see the farm numbers a little lower for this team. It's because they just didn't play long games. The pace of their games was like just... I did not watch this team play. Statistically, this team was so dominant that, like I said in the beginning, it scuffs the stats. They're not the 8th best team in the LCP. They're better than that. And we're going to see that in the power rankings when they're in the dirt to start, because that's just the reality of how this is going to work. And they are going to end up being a team that is, at worst, middle of the road, in my opinion, out of the 30 or so teams that we see in my minor region power rankings. 179 ROI, 3.2 share differential. So this guy, is a carry threat. Plus 3 vision score per ward placed. Very good. Up 350 gold, 350 XP, 2 solo kills every 5 games, 1 new champion every 5 games. Yone Ari Victor, only 33% of his usage. Zhao Zheng, 8.2 KDA when he played. 8 CS per minute, 173 ROI with only a 1.9 share differential when he played. That is crazy. That is crazy. Played like 13 games and like 10 different champions. Fung at 22 years old. I mean, 182 ROI, 5.5 KDA, up 350 gold. One solo kill every 4 games or better for an 80 carry. One new champion every 5 games. Varus, Jin, Ezreal, 39% of his games played. And then the only player that I've watched before is Xiaoxi. Because Xiaoxi played in Tier 1. He's played a long time. Back on those Flash Wolves teams, if I recall, that's how he made his debut. And then also played a bit in the LPL. Didn't quite cut it in the LPL, but in the PCS, I mean, hell, he probably should have been in the LCP last year. He's the only player on this board that I've seen play before. And these stats, seeing these stats say, well, he definitely... This team was real strong because it made Xiaoxi's stat line crazy with a 3.7 KDA, 70 kill participation. So he leads the team in participation. He's the one making things happen. Nearly 1 damage per gold at 0.94, yet still with a negative 5.6 share differential, plus 2 vision efficiency. Great. 230 gold ahead. One new champion every 5 to 6 games. Rakan, Rel, Alistar, 42% of his games played. LXZ is the head coach. He has been a coach he's been a head coach in Tier 1 for only 1 season, and it was in 2022 with Meta Falcon team in the PCS. That season, he'd go 14-22 in the regular season and 0-3 in best of 5s in playoffs. So, this team, expectations are that they're middle of the road. We'll see how they do in Tier 1, because like I said, outside of Xiaoxi, they haven't been playing in Tier 1 really. I mean, they probably played in the PCS, and back when there was like 10, 12 different regions, I did not watch the PCS. Well, not 10, 12, but there's probably 8 different regions. I didn't watch minor region, just watched the core 4. So, I think Fung played in PCS. Hong Su 665 at one point. Florin, I don't think did. And if he did, is sparingly. So, yeah. This team, I would say, if they finished 5th before, 5th is probably fair. 5th is probably fair when all things are said and done. Or development-wise, it's got a young team. It's a 22.4-year-old team, so there's potential there as well. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, become a YouTube supporter, and hope to see you again tomorrow.